Chapter 223 Green Poison Pearl. Xion, Xiaoninga, and the rest that were watching from far away were also a little stunned, since they had no idea what had just happened. Lu Qianmo, Duanjian, and Luo Ming, who were in the midst of fierce battle, also paused for a moment. Lu Qianmo never thought that Lu Qiansha would fall under Nili's hands. His heart became anxious. "I'll kill you!" Lu Qiansha furiously thundered. Over the last thousands of years, he never thought that the heaviest injuries he would suffer would be inflicted on him by a sneak attack of a kid like Nili. This filled his heart with anger. At this moment, Nili coldly smiled as he shot 6 more draconic bombs from his right hand towards Lu Qiansha. Seeing Nili's action, the surrounding people felt their scalps tingle and immediately backed off. They thought that Nili wasn't a miser and threw so much around. When Lu Qianmo saw this, he wanted to provide assistance to Lu Qiansha, but he was hindered by Duanjian and Luo Ming. "Your opponent is me," Duanjian snorted. Before Lu Qianmo could react, a terrifying explosion came from behind. The whistling sound was so loud, it almost seemed as though it was going to pierce through everyone's eardrums. The moment Lu Qiansha just got up, the draconic bombs were already around him. His eyes flashed with fear. Just what are these damnable things? Why have such formidable energy? Since he just suffered a heavy injury, he couldn't dodge this batch in time. Boom, boom. Lu Qiansha was engulfed by the explosions from the draconic bombs, and he was sent flying. He eventually landed a few hundred meters away. After receiving so much damage from the draconic bombs, he probably won't be alive for much long. "Bang, brother!" Lu Qianmo issued a raging roar as his spikes grew from his body, turning into a huge lizard man. A spike on his body impaled Duanjian and Luo Ming as he madly charged towards Nili. Lu Qianmo originally thought that Lu Qiansha's strength would be enough to kill Nili and Yu Yan without any problems. He never imagined that Nili would take out those exploding black metal balls that he got from who knows where and defeat Lu Qiansha. They have been together for several tens of thousands of years and became inseparable. The relationship they had even surpassed ordinary brothers. When he sensed that Lu Qiansha's aura was about to die out, Lu Qianmo became utterly crazy and pounced towards Nili and attempted to kill him as revenge for Lu Qiansha. Nili leaped backwards as he spat yin-yang blast from his mouth. Boom, boom, boom. The yin-yang blast detonated in the air. However, Lu Qianmo dodged them all. He roared towards the sky and spat a streak of venom towards Nili. The venom was like a net being cast, sealing Nili's escape route. Nili's figure rapidly shrunk, using astonishing speed to retract his Panda, and changed into the appearance of a shadow devil before vanishing. Plop, plop, plop. The venom landed on the ground and emitted dissolving sounds while releasing white smoke. However, the land was empty, and Nili's figure was nowhere to be seen. "What's going on?" Lu Qianmo knitted his brows. His attacks earlier undoubtedly covered Nili and should have sealed his escape route, so why did he suddenly vanish? Yu Yan coldly snorted, and instantly a flaming meteorite was falling towards Lu Qianmo. Duanjian from afar also charged up, waving his black flame sword and engaging himself in another battle with Lu Qianmo. Nili moved outside the range of the venom before he had reappeared. He hiddenly let out a breath of relief. Fortunately, he was fast enough at the crucial moment and dodged Lu Qianmo's attack. If it was someone with insufficient battle experience instead of him, they probably wouldn't even be able to react at all. The strength of those two fellas is indeed shocking. Previously, if it wasn't for him tricking Lu Qiansha with the draconic bombs, wanting to kill him in the fair fight would truly not be an easy task. The moment Nili reappeared, 2 draconic bombs flew out from his hand. "Duanjian, dodge!" Nili barked. Hearing Nili's words, Duanjian immediately moved sideways. Boom, boom! The 2 draconic bombs exploded near Lu Qianmo, creating a powerful shockwave. Even though Lu Qianmo was able to dodge in time, he suffered some minor injuries from the shockwave. He leapt and pounced towards Nili again. "I'll show you how many still have died. I'll see how many you still have. Die!" Countless spikes instantly grew from Lu Qianmo's right arm as he flew towards Nili. The mysterious small metal balls that Neely used seems to be some sort of hidden weapon forged by an inscriptionist. The difficulty of manufacturing these special hidden weapons must be very high. Therefore, there shouldn't be much left in Neely's hands. The instant Luke and Mo leapt, 15 to 16 metal balls appeared in Neely's hands and were thrown towards Luke and Mo. Seeing this, Luke and Mo's heart trembled. He never thought that Neely would still have so much draconic bombs left. He quickly moved to the side, dodging them. Seeing his movements, another batch of metal balls appeared in Neely's right hand and threw them madly at him. Batch after batch, the amount of draconic bombs seemed to be endless. They were pouring down towards Luke and Mo. What's going on? How does this kid have so many of those things? Luke and Mo's face turned green as he quickly dodged those metal balls. Some of the metal ball fell on the ground but did not explode. Seeing that, Luke and Mo instantly understood what was going on. Neely is trying to trick him. It's simply impossible to have so many draconic bombs. Among these, it must be a lot of fakes. Luke and Mo threw a palm in the air and one of the draconic bombs was shattered into fragments, but nothing happened. Luke and Mo coldly laughed. So that's the case. As he pounced towards Neely once again. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. The metal balls were still being thrown by Neely. Although Luke and Mo had intentionally dodged them, some of those metal balls still landed on his body. Boom! When Luke and Mo's defense was a little relaxed, a draconic bomb exploded beside him, and formidable power instantly broke through his defense, devouring his right forelimb. Luke and Mo instantly issued a mournful shriek. One finally hit the target. Neely's eyebrows twitched, but then, when he was making the draconic bombs, he understood that the amount of Dragon Soul Stone was very limited. Therefore, he used some metal scraps to forge similar metal balls that had the same appearance as the draconic bombs. Neely thought that if his opponent had their guard up around the draconic bombs, then these fake bombs would help lower it. However, he never imagined that Luke and Mo would fall for it so easily. After Luke and Mo was hit, Neely took out a few authentic draconic bombs and madly threw them towards him. Luke and Mo had just suffered an injury from a draconic bomb and couldn't react when he saw more flying towards him. Boom, boom, boom! His shriek was drowned out by the exploding sounds, and just like what happened with Luke and Sha, he was sent flying. Once Luke and Mo's aura disappeared, Neely let out a breath of relief. He finally got rid of those two troublesome fellows. Raising his head, he realized that Yi Zeon and the rest were all looking at him with dumbfounded expressions. Neely rubbed his head as he wondered, is something wrong? They had no idea that Neely had something like a draconic bomb up his sleeve. The power of that thing was simply too frightening. It killed 2 Legion rank pinnacle demon beasts. They originally thought that they wouldn't be able to get any advantages in this battle. Who would have expected that Neely to bombard the place indiscriminately, sending the 2 demon beasts flying? They did not recover from the shock, even after a long time. Neely, what are those metal bombs? Can you give me a pile of them? Lupiel smilingly said as he rubbed his hands. Oh, he already had his mind utterly blown by the formidable power of the draconic bombs. As long as he had a pile of those, he would be able to make his opponent to suffer, even if he encountered a Legion rank expert. A pile, Neely bitterly smiled incessantly. He had depleted his stash of Dragon Soul Stone and was only able to forge about 60 of them. How could he have a pile of them? If he did, he wouldn't have needed to use those fake draconic bombs. Even if you don't have a pile, give me 10 or 20 of those. Those work as well. Lupiel chuckled. These things are useless in your hands. The power inside them can only be ignited by my law of darkness and light, Neely said as he bitterly smiled. Hearing Neely's words, Lupiel instantly had a disappointed expression on his face, and he spread his hands out. Fine then. It seems that his dream of abiding Legend rank experts to death was fruitless. Neely, do you know the origin of those 2 demon beasts? Yi Zeon asked as she looked at Neely. Those 2 demon beasts were pursuing Big Sister Yuyan. Neely took a glance at Yuyan and continued, they are her enemy. As for the matter with spiritual gods, Neely couldn't understand it too clearly yet. So that's the case. Everyone suddenly understood what was going on. So those 2 Legend rank demon beasts were after Yuyan? Sorry about that, everyone. To have placed you guys in such danger, Yuyan said with apologetically. Doozy said, "It's fine, big sister Yuan. It's too polite. Since we're all comrades, helping one another is what we ought to do." Neely searched the remains for a brief moment and found 3 items. They were left behind by those 2 demon beasts. One was a green poison pearl, filled with terrifying venom inside. A thought flashed in Neely's heart. That is good stuff, as he quickly stored it. The second one was a silver moon's longsword, a legend rank item. Neely gave it to Doozy. The third one was a piece of black dragon skin. Although he didn't know how to use it, he gave it to Duanjian. After handing these items, Neely then said to everyone, "Let us carry on to the Nether Realm." The group walked towards the entrance of the Nether Realm. The moment Neely and his group stepped into the Nether Realm, at the north heavenly ice plains far from Saint Ancestral Mountains, a slender and tall figure was sealed inside some thick ice. The man was so handsome that they didn't appear to be an ordinary person. The moment they laid their eyes on him, they would get a suffocation feeling and their hearts would stop. He sensed something and suddenly opened his eyes. "I never imagined that wench, Yu Yan, would be able to escape from the Black Spring. Those 2 Moors didn't even manage to look after her properly, not to mention letting her escape. They were even killed so easily. Useless." His voice sounded as though it was from ice that came from hell.